What if the gold, diamonds, and rare earths we mine today weren't scattered by chance? What if they were the signature of an ancient, hot, liquid earth, spinning much faster than it does today? Imagine the primitive earth as a rotating ball of magma. There were no continents as there are now. There were no tectonic plates functioning the way we learn in books. It was a hot, unstable, spinning sphere. When something spins with force, the material doesn't stay still. It organizes itself. The heaviest tends to concentrate. It's the same principle as a centrifuge, a gold pan, or a whirlpool that pulls and separates. Now imagine this on a planetary scale. Giant magma whirlpools acting as cosmic gold pans. In this view, Cratons wouldn't just be old pieces of the crust. They would be the frozen centers of these ancient whirlpools, places where gold, diamonds, iron, nickel, copper, platinum, and rare earths were trapped when the Earth began to cool. Plate tectonics explains how continents moved later, but perhaps it doesn't explain everything about how these minerals concentrated. Perhaps the story begins before the plates, with a fast-spinning Earth, separating heavy matter and storing its treasures in the Cratons. So maybe Cratons aren't just Earth's past. Maybe they are the buried proof. Before plate tectonics existed, the planet was already choosing where to hide its wealth. Every gold mine and rare earth deposit might be less of a geological accident and more of a clue left by a spinning Earth. Cratons could be geological vaults, where the Earth kept part of its densest, rarest, and most valuable materials. What if the key doesn't lie just in plate tectonics, but in a primitive Earth that spun, separated, and hid its treasures? A prospector spins the pan. The lighter sand washes away, and the gold stays at the bottom. Now imagine the entire Earth, still molten, working like a giant cosmic pan. In my hypothesis, many of the heavy minerals we find on the planet today came, in part, from the cosmic material that formed the Earth. Meteorites, space dust, and remains of ancient bodies from the solar system. That material did not arrive already organized into mines. It entered a hot, fluid, rotating Earth, where everything was still being separated, mixed, and concentrated. When a prospector spins a pan, he uses water, circular motion, and density. The lighter grains escape. The heavier ones resist the motion and concentrate. On the early Earth, magma vortices may have done something similar on a planetary scale. Those whirlpools created by rotation, heat, and differences in speed inside the magma could have worked like enormous natural centrifuges. Lighter materials would rise or spread in different ways. Denser materials, such as iron, nickel, gold, and other heavy elements, would tend to concentrate. They would concentrate in regions of greater pressure and stability. In my view, Cratons may be part of that ancient record. They would be like frozen pans from the early Earth. Regions where vortices, pressure, temperature, and density helped separate and concentrate mineral wealth before the crust became rigid. That is why it does not seem like coincidence to me that many great mineral provinces are associated with ancient Cratonic areas. This idea does not need to be presented as a final answer, but as a mechanical question. If a prospector's pan separates materials by density using rotation, why could a fluid Earth not have separated materials using magma and vortices? That is why I call this image the cosmic pan. Part of the minerals came from space, but the early Earth may have been the machine that organized that wealth.